Alright boys, welcome back to the channel. We are here with episode 35 of our Winnipeg Jets franchise mode, and if you guys missed out on the last one, it was an absolute doozy. We did free agency, the draft, and then 10 games of the regular season, and the biggest move we made is picking up William Eklund on a one-year deal. We're getting him for 1 year. We shook his hand. We've told him the scenario. You're here for 1 year. Come try to win a Stanley Cup with us, and then you're out. We are not going to be re-signing him, even if he has a 100-point season. I do not care. We're not going to be re-signing him, but a great addition to the team, and he really bolsters that middle six. Now, boys, in this one, we're going to be taking it to about the halfway point of the season, just so that you guys can put in your thoughts in the comments about who you think we should go for the trade deadline, or if we're in a selling mood or a buying mood or things like that, and which guys are performing and which ones aren't. So we'll start off the comments from the last episode with Alexander, who says, great episode, thank you very much, Alex. Eklund was a fantastic pickup. I'm glad you think so. He's our Marian Hossa, chasing for a cup for top dollars for a year in Winnipeg. Exactly, that was my thinking as well. Then he says that there are just a few lineup decisions that we disagree on. Fair enough. I always welcome a little bit of discourse in the comments as long as it's respectful, which obviously we all are here, so that's lovely to see. Alex says, Perfetti, Svensson, and Kennedy is a perfect line. Wish we offered Kennedy 8 years by $7.5 million instead of $7.35 million. As a year from now, it's going to cost $9 to $10 million minimum to extend him. Yeah, maybe in hindsight, it's easy to say that, but it was a totally, we didn't know what we were getting with him, so I'm not mad at it, and we have a ton of cap space. We have like $56 million that we can spend this year. We'll have to sign Perfetti, Svensson, and all those guys, and Morrissey and Kyle Connor and guys like that, but I'm not too worried about signing Kennedy. I think we'll have more than enough money to do so. Then he says, Svensson has been making every single one of his line mates better since his rookie season. 8 years, blank check, let's pay the man. He's the best player on the team. Perfetti should also be extended, but only for 3 to 5 years, given his price tag and his age and things like that. That makes sense. And then also sign Elliot Patrick for 5 to 8 years, and then maybe Melvin Barker if the price is right and if we want to gamble, but everybody else can wait, and I definitely agree with those sentiments there. His second point is, it's fine if we choose to keep Barker and try to restore his overall rating/trade value, but that cannot come at the expense of Elliot Patrick. Back-to-back 40-goal seasons, he just entered the second line to a Stanley Cup championship, and he's done nothing but excel since his rookie season. Since Eklund is only here for 1 year and has marginally better faceoffs, we can actually throw Elliot Patrick in the center position on that second line maybe. Then the third spot can be decided between Melvin Barker and Kyle Connor. So if we go with Barker, keep in mind that he had his career year playing on that right wing. I definitely will keep that in mind, and I think I am going to go make that lineup change right now. So let me show you guys that. So essentially, Alex is saying to throw Eklund on the wing here, put Patrick down the center. We lose the plus. We lose all the chemistry, but it's going to give Kyle Connor on the third line, these two on the second line. We can try it out for a while as well. It doesn't have to be, a big thing, right? But I don't think we're stunting Elliot Patrick's growth. By having him have 7 points in 10 games, even though he's only playing 15 minutes a night. I don't think his growth is going to be stunted from that whatsoever. But yeah, we'll try these lines out for a little bit. Why not? And then Alex's final suggestion for the forwards is essentially to take Ehlers off the power play now that he's playing fourth line, and basically give it to Stempniak or Tomasino. So let me also do that real quick, just a little bit of an experiment. Even though we have a 37.5% power play, which is an insane power play, the best we've ever had, we're going to make a quick change to the lineup here, I suppose, and just try to give Stempniak a little bit more playing time. I'm not sure about it, but Stempniak's injured, huh? Yeah, he's injured for right now, so we'll keep it for right now, but once he comes back in the lineup, I will definitely do that. Next up, Alex has some defensive suggestions. So, number 1, Mills needs to play the full season as the first right defenseman and with first power play time. Well, he's playing on the power play, so no issues there, so that he can be given chances to grow. And he's also playing first line time right now, so that's something that he's getting for the moment. That's where he was playing in Seattle, and top pairing was where Carlson was slated to play with us as an 81 to 83 overall. That is true, but there was a slight difference because I was going to have Liam Carlson with Joel Shepherd and then have Werenski and Morrissey on the second line. So it's a little bit different situation. But yes, I did say that Liam Carlson would be playing top pair with us. So I should give the same opportunities to Mills, which I will be doing throughout this video. Number two, we have Werenski has played his best hockey with a solid defensive defenseman on his right side. I think throughout the series, yes, he's played quite well with Joel Shepherd there. But Brody and Jacob Bernard-Docker were both two-way defenders, but they didn't have as much upside. So yeah, they can be seen as defensive defensemen a little bit. So yeah, Werenski plays well with a defenseman or a defensive defenseman on his right for sure. Up front, the third line is excelling because they're out on the ice with Morrissey, who is tilting the ice offensively and is feasting on the weaker opposition on the third pair. And this is something that I did not take into consideration. But yeah, when Josh Morrissey gets out there, his 95 offensive awareness and his crazy offensive stats, his speed, his puck skills, his passing, all that stuff is really taking over and helping that third line out. So us, having a really stacked third line is actually helping out the roster more, allowing us to have better depth. And that's something that I didn't actually consider, but Alex brings up a really good point there. And then number four, another interesting suggestion from Alex is to bring up the 76 overall Stefan, I think, Kreitzer, who is listed as a depth defenseman because his attributes are NHL caliber, the ones like puck skills and things like that. And the important ones are actually NHL caliber. So he's a big right-handed offensive defenseman and should be given a chance to play alongside of / learn from the veteran Josh Morrissey. He and Stempniak, who both should be elevated and are great candidates to grow throughout the season if they're given a chance to play. So we'll also try that. We'll give him a little 9-game tryout here on the roster. So let me go ahead and make that change. So we're going to bring Hines down. Let's hope he doesn't get claimed off waivers. I don't know if he will. No, he does not. Okay, so that makes sense. So now we're going to go put in Kreitzer or Kreutzer, or I'm not sure how you would say that name. And any Germans, if there's any Germans watching, let me know. But yeah, so we're going to go Stefan Kreitzer down here. He's actually a two-way defender, not an offensive defenseman. And his attributes look okay. He has great puck skills. So maybe he can be a bit of an offensive defenseman. Weak physical at 6'3". His skating is not great, but we'll give him a shot. We'll give him a shot for sure on that third pairing alongside of Colton White. And then once we get our injuries back, like we have Stempniak injured and Joel Shepherd both injured. So once these guys come back, our defensive lineup will be looking much better. And then lastly, we have to change our abysmal penalty kill. Our penalty kill is like 75% or something like that. So we're going to make some changes to it right now. We'll make long-term players on the team be there and, good attributes defensively to help the struggling PK. So the first thing we're going to do is get these guys off the first pair. What the heck is going on here? Because of all the injuries, the lines have just been set to best lines, I suppose. So let's get Josh Morrissey out of there. We'll go Corbin Mills. Second units. Okay, we have more. Like, this game makes no... Oh, no, never mind. I'm going crazy. Okay, this will be Gustav Lindstrom. He's a defensive defenseman. But remember, again, guys, all the injuries and things like that, we've... we definitely have to work through them for the defense. So let me do this real quick. Also, Alex made a good point that Eklund probably doesn't exactly want to throw his face in front of a bunch of pucks here for a team that he's going to be on for one season, right? So I figured he's got 5-star defense, he's got great faceoffs, he's got great defensive awareness, great stick checking, things like that. I thought he would be great for our penalty kill, but he hasn't really been doing that amazing. So I'm going to make a couple of changes to the PK here. Okay, boys, so these are going to be the penalty kills. Now, we're going to go Shane Pinto, Matt Svensson. Svensson has 5-star defense, 92 defensive awareness, 89 stick checking, so good guy to have out there for sure. Penalty kill 2 will be Perfetti and William Eklund. He still has 5-star defense, so I know Alex said, it doesn't really make sense to throw him on the penalty kill, but I'm not exactly sure I agree with the sentiment that he's not going to be wanting to block that many shots. I mean, he still wants to win a Stanley Cup. He wants to win games. He still wants to play well for his team and keep his draft stock high, right? So to show work ethic for other teams and things like that, I think it makes sense that he wants to play the penalty kill and show his 200-foot game. He also is a 5-star defender, so he's not like he's a slob out there whatsoever. And then third line penalty kill, we're going to go Sam Kennedy here, who has 5-star defense, 91 defensive awareness, 90 stick checking. And then we're going to go with, Melvin Barker, who has 3.5-star defense. I just want to give him some more time. I could also go with Elliot Patrick here. Elliot Patrick, quite similar players as well. 3.5-star defense, 85 defensive awareness, 87 stick checking. What does Melvin Barker have? 86 defensive awareness. It's basically the same type of a player. I've decided to go with Melvin Barker, but Elliot Patrick could slot in here just as easily. Then for the 3-man lines, Then for the three-man lines, I'm gonna go here. We're gonna start with let's move this to Cole Perfetti. Let's really run with Perfetti, I think, as our guy. Then we could go Pinto, maybe? Let's go Eklund here. Eklund has great defensive stats, man. He really should be playing better. I don't know why he isn't. And then the third line, we can go with Shane Pinto. I think that makes more than enough sense. Let's just get Corbin Mills on the first unit instead of Colton White. Over here, this will be Gustav Lindstrom, and all is right in the world. Okay. Good stuff. Extra lines. Hang on, I've got to do all this stuff because of all the injuries and things like that. Alright guys, enough with all that micromanaging. Let's get a couple of games in here. We'll stop at the LA Kings game because then I have to do the scouting. And let's hope that nobody comes back from injury because then I'll have to go do the lines. 3-2 shootout loss followed by a 5-3 loss. Yikes. So these lines, not really getting it done. I wonder if Stefan Kreitzer's not quite ready for the NHL right now. Also, the second line kind of worrying me a little bit here. What is Elliot Patrick's -2? He's got 1 point. Melvin Barker, 5 goals, 2 assists. Okay. Kreitzer, what is he? He's -2 in 2 games. Okay, we'll give him his 9 games, but I'm not exactly loving that stat. So Colton White will come out for Joel Shepherd. We'll then go with Morrissey, Shepherd, Werenski, Corbin Mills here. I'll make sure that Joel Shepherd gets in on the first unit penalty kills as well. Okay, so hopefully with Joel Shepherd in the lineup, we can get a win. I was hitting that circle button to try to get through here. Okay, so we've lost a couple in a row now. I do not like to see that whatsoever. We've lost 2 straight. Let's try to get a win here up against the LA Kings. Huh, boys? What do we say about that? This could be a nice win, a little division or a conference matchup here. So let's get a win on the board for us. First period, first game back with Joel Shepherd. It's Cole Perfetti who's going to score on Zarenko. Second period, now 3-1 for us. Shane Pinto gets a shorty. Elliot Patrick scores even strength, and this is a much better game so far. A 2-goal lead going into the third period. Okay, but of course, Pierre-Louis Dubois is going to get one on Jesper Wallstedt and make this game much closer than it has to be. Power play goes nowhere. I wonder if the power play is going to drop off just because it's clicking at like 40%. So of course it's going to fall off a little bit. Late power play for LA, huge kill from a penalty killers, and Joel Shepherd gets into the lineup. He gets a goal. So just because of natural causes, essentially, the power play is going to drop off. It can't sustain 40%. But I just don't want to see it drop too drastically. So with who got in, or nobody's gotten in yet because Stempniak's not back, but when I make those changes, we will definitely keep an eye out on that stuff. Alright, but now I have to go do the scouting. Shouldn't be any time for you guys, but for me it'll be probably like 10 minutes, so I'll see you guys in a second. Alrighty boys, we are back here. Let's get into some games now. Oh my gosh, it's always a struggle to get through the scouting. Edmonton is 10-1-1. They are on fire. They're on top of the world. Let's go watch them in Edmonton. Why not? I mean, at least they got 1 win in the Stanley Cup Finals, so we'll see if they can continue that in the real world here. Stempniak is back, so who gets sent down? It's a defenseman. We've got so many defensemen on the roster now. Okay, it's Colton White that's going to have to get sent down. Well, Kreitzer could, obviously, but is he doing a little bit better? No, he's still -2 with played 3 games. He has 5 penalty minutes as well. What's his discipline? 77 discipline. Yikes. Okay, Stefan Kreitzer is going to stay up for now, but Colton White will go down. That means I'll throw Stempniak in on the third line because I don't want him to get injured. Hang on. Okay, Stempniak's fully back. It's a loss to Edmonton. Somehow they were just able to do the lines despite the fact that there should have been a discrepancy. Bro, this game, I don't know what this game doesn't make any sense. Okay, I guess there wasn't. I was just being insane. Okay, let's see. We'll go, Lindstrom will come out. We'll go with Stempniak. Then we'll go like this. So we'll go Stempniak on the second line with Shepherd. Werenski and Mills will stay on the first line. Morrissey and Kreitzer will be on that third line, and hopefully these guys can pull through for us, okay? Offensively, how is the second line doing? -1, -2, 0 for Melvin Barker. Melvin Barker only has 7 points in 14 games. Elliot Patrick only with 9. I kind of feel like we need to get Kyle Connor back up here. who's been playing great. So let's try Kyle Connor instead of Melvin Barker. That gives it a +3. Nice. And also, I want to go William Eklund in the center just because it gives it the +4. Elliot Patrick also playing on his natural side. So let's try this instead, okay? I think that makes sense. Defensively, looks okay. All right, let's go see Edmonton now. Let's see if, how many games has Stefan Kreitzer played? He's played 4 because he came in for game number 10. So here we go. Up against the Edmonton Oilers. It's a back-to-back. Let's try to get a revenge on the game that we just lost them. They're an amazing team, but hey, we can still try our best. We beat them this is a rematch of the Western Conference Finals of last season. This first period, that's going to be 2-1 in our favorite. Elliot Patrick on that new second line scores, and Cole Perfetti also gets one past Stuart Skinner. Leon Draisaitl gives them back to within 1 point on a power play goal. Second period now, 3-3 tie. Shane Pinto scored for us, but I think it was McDavid, and I don't remember who the other guy was. That's my bad. I was a little bit trigger happy with that starting of the third period, and Kirill Marchenko is going to make it 4-3, and Edmonton is on a roll. Timo Meier makes it 5-3. Okay, classic stuff. Very, very classic. We have another third period breakdown. Once again, love to see it for us. And this has not been a good start to the video, boys. This has not been good at all. What are we, like 1-4? 1-5? Not good. Draisaitl with 4 points. McDavid with 3. Meier with 3. So I kind of want to go to the lines that we had at the start of the video, because this is abysmal, to be quite frank. This is abysmal. Holy cow. Okay, let's get a little bit of simulation. I'm going to go 2 games. I need 1 win out of 2 games, okay? I need 1 win out of 2 games. Vancouver, that's a 6-3 win. Give me another win. Peyton Hines has been injured. That's just a defenseman down there in the AHL. That's another... Okay. Okay, maybe we just needed to get all of our defensemen back and then we would be okay. Columbus... Hang on, let's make sure that we don't go too many games because of Kreitzer. We can go 2 more games. Okay, so let's go 2 more games here. Columbus, that's a loss. Minnesota, that's a loss. And now we're not in a playoff spot. Okay. These lines, I'm not sure about them. We had such a good thing going. But it's okay, it's okay. Let's see. Svensson, Perfetti, and Kennedy, they're playing great, so that's lovely. Elliot Patrick, 0. William Eklund is 0. Kyle Connor has 21 points, and yeah, Kyle Connor's getting points on that second line. That's great. Melvin Barker's getting points on the third line now, more points than he had before. He's also now a plus player, so the third line is doing well. So it's just, what's going on then? Corbin Mills is a +6. He has 5 points, and Corbin Mills, man, come on. But Zach Werenski's doing great. Aiden Stempniak has 4 points. Joel Shepard is +10. Josh Morrissey, Stefan Kreitzer. I don't think he's ready. I don't think he's ready, Alex. I'm going to send him back down to the AHL. He can play top line of the AHL, you know, do his thing down there, but I don't think he's ready for the NHL, man. His stats, he's not a great skater. He's not a great physical. He has bad discipline. Not great poise, but obviously he's young, so his push shouldn't be great. But 0 points in 9 games, -3. Yeah, he's going to get sent down. It was a nice little experiment, you know. We didn't know what we were going to get, but I'm going to send him down for now. So we'll send him down. I'll put him in the lineup. Don't you guys worry. I will definitely be putting him in the lineup. Any other defensemen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we still have Lindstrom up here, so that's good. Let me just do the lines now, edit the NHL lines, and make sure we get Lindstrom in there to play with Josh Morrissey, because those two are doing wondrous things together on the third pairing. Okay, and then in the AHL, we get Stefan Kreitzer up to that first line to play alongside of the Targaryen, Taro Karlathy. So that's going to be a good pairing for them. I probably have to get a different AHL coach because the defenseman lines are just horrible. Like, the chemistry is just brutal for him. So I'll look into that. The other lines, they all look fine. So let's get back to the NHL roster. Let's see if these changes did anything for us defensively now. Stempniak, Shepard, my eyes are on you guys. Okay, where are we? We're 19 games in. We have 23 points. The wild card is 24 points. I mean, we're right there. We're only 2 points behind our division, our divisional spot. Granted, the Avs do have 3 games in hand, so that's a bit tough. But hey, we can definitely get in there. No problems. No questions asked. Let's go see it. Let's go see an Eastern Conference team. Let's go see Toronto. They're 9-10-1. We don't often see Eastern Conference teams, so let's go in and do that. And Stempniak's been injured once again. Oh my God, it's gonna... Okay, breathe. Okay, so Tyson Hines gets in there on defense. Morrissey comes up to that second line to play with Joel Shepard. Corbin Mills still on that first line. So let's get a couple of games in here, hopefully now. Oh my god. How long have I been recording for? I've been recording for 30 minutes, guys, and I've gone less, like, 11 games into this episode. 30 minutes. Oh my goodness. Let me go do these lines. Guys, I'm stuck in an infinite loop right now. So, Winnipeg Jets have invalid lines and or rosters. We go in here, look at, there's no exclamation marks, there's no check marks, there's no nothing, okay? I press circle to go back out. Manitoba Moose have invalid lines or rosters. I go back in, okay. Let's take a look. It's the extra lines. It's going to be the shootout. I go in to fill the shootout. Let's just throw Martin Cowton there, sure. Substitute. Okay, look, no exclamation marks, no nothing. I'm going to press circle. Look at this. Winnipeg has invalid lines, and it just keeps doing this over and over and over and over again. What is going on, EA? What is going on? Okay, I got out of it. I had to put a different player in there, but that's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, trade offer, no thanks. Boys, I haven't been this aggravated recording a video in a long time. Okay, let's keep going. Up to the Toronto game. I'm going to have to do some more lines here shortly. Good year for the rookies. Good, that's great. Fantastic. It's December 1st. Qualifying offers go out. We are on a 4-game winning streak now with those new lines. 3-game winning streak. Sorry. Didn't mean to inflate our... Oh, we have to go see Liam Carlson, actually. But okay, I'll see Toronto, and then I'll go see Liam Carlson as well. Why not? So... Toronto game, we are at home against the Toronto Maple Leafs. They are 10-12-1. Let's go smash them, huh? How about that? 2-0 for us. Sam Kennedy gets a goal. Shane Pinto on that third line gets a goal as well. Second period now, 3-2. Okay, they crawl back into it a little bit here. Burakovsky scores on Shelovs. Then Ehlers scores on Akira Schmidt. And then Nicholas Robertson gets another one past Shelovs. Power play opportunity for us goes nowhere. Of course, whenever we jump in, we can't score on the power play. And then Austin Matthews gets a power play goal to tie things up. Okay, and now we're 3 win lead, or 3 wins in a row. Oh my goodness, has gone out the window. William Eklund though gets us back up within 1 with 5 minutes remaining. Power play opportunity for us, doesn't go anywhere. That's very, very rare, but we are going to be able to steal this one from the jaws of defeat here. And we win that one 4-3. So that's beautiful to see. Eklund gets a goal. Sam Kennedy with a goal. Nikolai Ehlers with a goal. All your Jets are the 3 stars of the night. And let's just keep on pushing here. Stempniak's going to come back for this Carolina game. I'm going to keep playing until we lose. I don't care. Okay, but Peyton Hines, I do have to get in there. He's low elite. And Josh Morrissey's been injured. Oh my god. Oh my god. Boys, I've been recording for 40 minutes. Give me strength. All right, Stempniak gets in there to play with Joel Shepherd. He's also going to be on that power play because he's getting in there for Josh Morrissey, so he's going to get power play time, all that stuff. It's all looking good. Let's get back out here. Did we win against Carolina? Yes, we did. We won 4-3. Now we get to see Liam Carlson and the Seattle Kraken, and we've really pulled ourselves back to a very respectable record after a really rough start to this episode up here. We went... What we had, like, that's, what is that? 1-1, 1-1-1, 1-3-1. Then we went 2-3-1, 3-3-1, 3-4-1, 3-4-2 before we decided to start winning some games. So lovely to see. Now up against the Seattle Kraken, who are just barely above 500. We get to see our old pal Liam Carlson. Let's hope that he doesn't tear it up against us. Corbin Mills, shut him down, please. And here we go. First period. Oh, yikes. And of course, look who it is. Liam Carlson scores on Jesper Wallstedt. Oh boy. Second period now. Oh my god, just get me out of here. Sam Kennedy and Elliot Patrick score, but yikes, that's a tough one. That's an absolutely tough one right here. Let's just keep going. Okay, hang on. Elliot Patrick scores. Only down by 3. Hang on. Nikolai Ehlers makes it 2. Whoa, hold up a second here, boys. Vasilevsky's allowing some goals. Can we get anything late, though? Oh my gosh, Cole Perfetti. 1-goal game, please. Hero. No, of course. They crawl back in just to disappoint me. Lovely. At least we showed some fight in the third period, but just way too little, way too late. It kind of like what's probably going to happen to the Oilers in this series. My bad, boys. My bad, Oilers fans. Okay. Vancouver, Buffalo, all this stuff. These guys should... I mean, Vancouver's meh. Buffalo is horrible. We should get 3 points here, bare minimum. Oh, dude. I'm turning down the injuries. I'm turning down the injuries. I've been recording for 40 minutes. And I've gone like 12 games. I have to turn down the injuries. Oh my god. And it's only happening to my defense also. The defense are just, what, they're going out to their defenseman dinners and they're all just consuming like raw chicken and horrible seafood and like all this nonsense. Like, what the heck is going on out there? What is going on? You know what? Joel Shepard will go up to... No. Joel Shepard won't go up to the first line. Aiden Stempniak will go up to the first line. Make Alex a little happy there or something. I don't know, man. Tyson Hines, sure, you get to play second line. I don't know. This is just brutal. Do we have any scratch players? Morrissey can play. Okay, you can play third line time for right now because you're slightly injured still. So I don't want to have to call people up. I'm sure you're going to get injured in this next game, but hey, I don't really care. I don't really care. You get in there, whatever. I'm turning down the injuries, though. 5-2 win, thank goodness. Okay, Morrissey should be fully healed. He's fully healed. Good, he's in the lineup. I'm turning the injuries down. I'm sorry. I know it's realistic to have to change the lines every single game when you're the coach of a real-life team, but to have to sit here and simulate an entire season and, you know, have to change all these lines, and I've been recording for 40 minutes and we've gone 16 games. I just need some sanity in my life, boys. So I just want to show you, I'm playing on injury occurrence of 10 right now. 10 out of 100. The game sets it at 50. So I can't imagine what it would be like to play with injuries on 50 out of 100. So I'm just going to drop them ever so slightly. I'm just going to drop it to 8, okay? Just a couple of points down. Because I can't deal with an injury every single week. After like 2 games, I get an injury, and then I have to put them back into the lineup. Then I get an injury for my AHL team, and I have to throw them in the lineup because it's all my best players. I can't keep dealing with this. I'm going to go absolutely ballistic. So... Oh my gosh. Okay, Buffalo. Kind of funny. We have like the inverse record of Buffalo. They're 7-16. We're 16-7. That's kind of funny. Okay, we can see St. Louis. No, I don't want to see. I'm just gonna simulate games, boys. I don't want to go in and watch all these games. It's just taking so long. That's a loss to the Buffalo Sabres because of course it is. Of course we can't beat the worst team in the league. Gabriel Velarde probably got a hat trick on us when he had 0 points in like 10 games when we last looked at all the stats. Either way, that's 2 wins in a row there. Now let's keep going. 2 more games. Double header here, and we will get Corbin Mills into the lineup. So Stempniak, he's got 5 points. He's a +6. He's actually playing pretty decently on that first line. Zach Werenski's a +31. Holy cow. Tyson Hines is also a +6. That was a nice little free agency pickup in Tyson Hines. Josh Morrissey's a -4. Let's get... I mean, we can keep Tyson Hines in there even. Let's go Gustav Lindstrom to come out. Corbin Mills will go in. Stempniak will go to the second line. Tyson Hines will go to the third line to play with Josh Morrissey. Let's see how that works. Let me get Stempniak in there on the power play. All right, boys. Line's looking good. And that's a 3-1 win, then a 7-6 shootout loss. At least we're getting points here. I'll take it. Up against the Calgary Flames. Or, well, first off, we have Minnesota. Can we beat them? A 6-3 win. Nice. Chicago, our arch nemesis, 7-3 win. Okay, on a little bit of a winning streak here. Let's go a couple of games at a time as always. Loss to Calgary and then loss. Okay, of course. Why do I talk? Why do I even say anything? It's because this is kind of why I do the channel, huh? So that I get to talk for, you know, a couple hours and entertain some of you guys if any of that happens. Okay, Arizona and Colorado are the next up on the docket. 2-1 win over Arizona, 5-4 win over... Those are big games too, actually, because the Coyotes in our division, they're in a wild card spot, so we really pull ahead of them. And then the Avs, we get to crawl a little bit closer to them. They still have a 6-point lead on us, but hey, nice to win those 2 games. A little bit good for the morale. And speaking of morale, let's try to beat the Seattle Kraken here, huh, boys? Can we do it, or will we crumble under the pressure? Let's see. This is game 37, so... or sorry, this is game 38, excuse me. That's a 5-3 win. Nice. So 38. This will be game 39. 40. The last game up against the Ottawa Senators. Why not? We barely get to go in and watch some Eastern Conference teams, so I like to see it. 5-4 loss to Minnesota, 4-3 loss to Detroit. A lovely way to end this episode. Let's see how the Ottawa Senators game goes. At least we are in Winnipeg, so Ottawa's got to make that treacherous journey out here in the middle of January. It's -40. There's 60 inches of snow on the ground because we're in Winnipeg, so here we go. Ottawa, let's see if we can beat them. First period, 1-1. Okay, Elliot Patrick's gonna score. That is followed up by Pavel Dorofeyev though, and the first period ends tied at 1. Second period opportunity, of course we get to see our old friend Jet Greaves as well in the Ottawa crease. I keep forgetting that he's there. Second period now, and the score will remain 1-1, shots in favor of the Sens, but the Jets are hanging on to this tie game here. Who will be the hero of this one? Will the power play get an opportunity? No. And that power play, I'm kind of worried about it. We have not seen a power play goal, I don't think, since we've gone into games. And Dorofeev gets his second of the night to give his Ottawa Senators a 1-goal lead. Will that be the game winner, boys? 36 shots on goal, and we can only get one past Jet Greaves? Well, when he was with me, he was having like a 700 save percentage. What is this nonsense? Oh my gosh. Okay, Dorofeev with 2 goals. The 2 goalies are your first and second stars, respectively. Yeah, I think that's pretty warranted out there. So 41 games into the season, we are on pace to go 48, 24, and 10. A decent record for sure. 48 wins, that should get us into the playoffs by far. Cole Perfetti is on a great pace, but we will take a look at the team stats before we do the player stats. Let's just take a quick look here. We are scoring 4.22 goals for per game. That is absurd numbers. Those are ridiculous. And then 3.24 goals against. That's also pretty crazy. Very high goals against average for us. Okay, the power play was at 37.5. As long as we're like 25% plus, I'd be okay. Where are we? 34.3. Wow, so our power play is still fantastic. That's great to see. Penalty kill, has it gone up? No, it's probably gone down even. Wow, 74% penalty kill. I don't know what the heck is going on with that. I do not understand that whatsoever. We're a better home team than away. Last 5, we are 5-5. Where do we rank in the entire league? Are we in the top 10? Oh man, we might not even be in the top 10 here. We are the... Where are we? What the heck? Did I miss us? I must have missed us. Winnipeg. We got a big W in here. Okay, we're the 5th best team. What the heck? So our division is again like the best division in the league. We have the Nashville Predators, the Colorado Avalanche, and us. In 3 of the top 5 teams come from our division, again, for the 2nd year in a row. So, yeah, we've got a tough division for sure. Where are we in goals for per game? We might be like one of the best. Yeah, 2nd best goals for per game teams behind the Abs. That makes sense. But then goals against, this is a horrible stat for us. Oh my gosh, okay. 8th worst, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So, we're actually like... I mean, let's just do it the opposite way because I guess that's faster now. The 8th best team, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. We're the 14th best defensive team. So we're in the middle of the pack, but I would like to see this number creep below 3 if that's possible. 3.00, that would be nice. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that would be definitely nice to see. Power play percentage, still have the best power play in the league. Beautiful. Penalty kill, though, we might have the worst penalty kill. Nope, but we're in the mix for sure. We've got like the 6th worst penalty kill, or the 5th worst penalty kill, excuse me. So not ideal for our penalty kill, but our power play is fantastic. That's nice to see. Looking at our player stats now, we've got Cole Perfetti, who's on pace for 100. Beautiful stuff. He's also a plus 14, so that's lovely. Matt Svensson is on pace for 94. Great stuff from him as always. He has the same amount of shots as Cole Perfetti, but he's got 9 less goals. Wow. Not the exact same amount of shots, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. And then William Eklund out here holding down that second line beautifully with 6 goals, 41 assists. He has 41 assists in 41 games played. Insane stuff. Sam Kennedy is on pace for 92. Kyle Connor's on pace for 84 at the age of 35. Craziness. Elliot Patrick has 29 goals and is on pace for 58 goals. Oh my god, he's on pace for 58 goals. He's 38 points, on pace for 76. Nuts. That's absolutely nuts. Zach Werenski's on pace for 60 points. That would be beautiful. Melvin Barker is on pace for 32 points playing third line time. 32 goals playing third line time, 56 points. I will take that. I will gladly take a 30 goal scorer on the third line. That's insane. That's really crazy. So great stuff from Melvin Barker. Nikolai Ehlers has 27 points on the fourth line. Tomasino with 27 points. Shane Pinto with 26. Josh Morrissey, bit of a dip this year. I'm not gonna lie. Bit of a dip, but remember, he's playing third line time. He doesn't get power play time anymore, so take that with a grain of salt. Bryce McConnell Barker's a +7 on the fourth line. Lovely. Wyatt Johnston's a +9. Beautiful. Corbin Mills 10 points, +13. Okay, he's getting that plus minus is very good. At 30 penalty minutes, a little rough, but +13 is very nice from Corbin Mills. Joel Shepard 8 points, +13. Okay, nice. Aiden Stempniak 8 points, +8. He's doing his thing out there. Nothing crazy, but it's okay. He still has his medium elite tag. He does. And he's playing 20 minutes a night. I mean, he's getting the ice time. He's just not really working through it. He has no power play points, but he's been on that second unit power play since he got back into the lineup. So Interesting. Tyson Hines in 23 games. He's only got 2 points, but he's a +5. I'll take that. I will gladly take that. Goaltenders now. Yeah, this is a problem, huh? This is a big problem. Wallstedt's doing okay. I mean, 3.17 goals against average, but he's a .901 save percentage. That seems ridiculous. We're allowing so many shots. Holy cow. And then Seelovs is not playing well at all. We might have to go out and find a backup goalie. I think that's what I'm going to try to do here. Go find a backup goalie. I think that's the best course of action. Looking around the entire league now, it's Cale Makar tearing things up as always. He's on pace for 132 points. What the heck? 132 points from a defenseman in the EA simulation? That is unheard of. That's absolutely unheard of. Holy, even 130 points from Draisaitl is unheard of in EA simulation. That's ridiculous, man. Nick Suzuki's on pace for 120. McDavid's on pace for like, I don't know, 116 or something like that. Matthews on pace for 108. Kaprizov on pace for 108. Tommy Turvinen, of course, all these crazy guys in our division. You love to see it. McKinnon, yeah, there we go. Rantanen is here. Sean Farrell on Montreal. Roger McQueen from the Seattle Kraken, linking up with Liam Carlson on some of his goals. Cole Caulfield, then Cole Perfetti with 50. Okay, so there's some interesting faces up here for sure. A lot of Nashville and Edmonton players that we're seeing. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's go to defenseman now. Of course, we know Cale Makar is going to win the Hart, the Ted Lindsay, the Norris, the Lady Bing, probably, like all this stuff, right? Evan Bouchard is next up, then Jamie Drysdale, Samuel Girard. So we're seeing some different names at least, which is kind of nice to see. Once the old guard of like Adam Fox, even Josh Morrissey, Cale Makar, once they leave, we get to see some different names, guys like Kevin Korchinski. So that's kind of fun to see, but nothing too crazy here. Bowen Byram with 30 points, Noah Dobson with 30. So this will be where Zach Werenski is as well. Aaron Kiviharju also with 30. So young guys, Aaron Kiviharju and Sam Dickinson of the Seattle Kraken, both up, or sorry, the San Jose Sharks, both up there as well. Goalies now, any Vezina goalies out here. Stuart Skinner, crazy numbers from Stuart Skinner. Same thing with Gabriel Deg. Like, he always seems to simulate well. If you guys are trying to pick him up in your franchise modes, he's a medium elite goalie, but he can definitely grow to low franchise, as you see right here. Yaroslav Askarov playing well. That's kind of it, huh? I guess Lucas Dostal is also playing well. What's he, like 83 overall? 84 overall, okay. It's fairly respectable then. Jet Greaves is doing fine. Dustin Wolf is okay. Yeah, I mean, there's not really many great goalies in the NHL this season. Rookie skaters, how about this? Yikes, no rookies having great years, huh? No rookies having great years at all. Man, that's tough. That's a tough year for rookies, okay. Any rookie goalies tearing it up? Not really, but Scott Carter's doing his best. Medium elite. He was drafted in the 4th round by us. Of course he was, because we like to trade away our medium elite goalies. This is probably who we probably gave them Scott Carter in the Roman Josi trade, right? Probably. So he's a rookie now. I mean, he has rough numbers, but you know, he had good trade value at the time. He has 21 wins in 31 games. They've got a good team over there, so he can grow a little bit more protected than in some other teams maybe. So I'm happy with that. And then same thing with Mikael Helmerson. He was also a Winnipeg drafted player. So we always draft those goalies and then we ship them away, man. Same thing with Mikhail Punanovs, right? No, he was a temp. Okay, I just remember that name. I don't know why. I just remember that name for some reason. But yeah, interesting that 2 of our drafted prospects are both in the NHL. And Mikhail Helmerson is tearing it up, bro. 6-2-1, 935 save percentage, 2.226 goals against average. Probably Mikhail Helmerson was in that deal for Liam Carlson. Sorry about that, boys. Just had to clear my throat there. But he was probably in the deal for Liam Carlson. We ended up trading him, obviously, to the Seattle Kraken, who we will take a look at now and see if he's tearing things up or not. First off, Roger McQueen, Alexander Otteries, Matty Beniers, Ryder Ritchie, Kirby Dock, Shane Wright, and then Liam Carlson with 27 and 42. So what, that's on pace for 54, roughly, a little bit less, let's say 52 points in 81 games. I mean, yeah, okay, he's dropped off a little bit. I think he was almost point per game pace before, so yeah, he definitely dropped off a little. Still has those 3 X factors. They got to sign him to a contract next year. I wonder what he will be making. But yeah, he's on their first line. He's a plus 16. He's got 27 points. He's doing just fine over there. Sean Dursey, who was over point per game, is now only 27 points. So these two definitely came back down to earth after the first 10 games of the season. And yeah, Gabriel Velarde still struggling over here. He's got 11 points in 41 games, which is tragic. He's a minus 13 as well. He's only playing 10 minutes a night, so they'd probably be looking to ship him off. Maybe we can bring him back, see if we can reignite his glory, but no, I don't think so. What's he getting? Yeah, he's getting paid 4.5 mil. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. They also stole Jonathan Marchessault from us in free agency, and he's a minus 6, only 10 points, so not too worried about that one. And that is what the league looked like. Cale Makar tearing it up around the league. Speaking of people tearing things up, I've got to look at the contracts because that's something I completely forgot to do, despite the fact that I looked around and stuff like that. I looked at the comments. Completely forgot about this. Eklund wants 11 mil. Too bad we're not signing you. I don't care how much you want. Cole Perfetti wants, you know what? That's actually fairly reasonable for 4 years. What we can probably get him for like 4 years, 9.5, 9.75 mil, something like that. That's quite reasonable for Cole Perfetti. What does Matt Svensson want? This is the big one, right? What does he want? He wants 3 years. What does he want for? Yeah, so you see, we can't give him the moon right now. We can't give him 8 years right now, because I'm not paying him $15 million for 8 years. That's just not happening. But we could go 2 years, keep him as an RFA, 11.575 mil. I know he wants 3, but we keep him as an RFA, 11.57. 85% of that is like, I don't know, probably like 9.5 mil. We could probably do something like that. Take it down 2 million. Yeah, we could definitely take it down 2 million because 85% would be of 10 million is like 8.5 mil. So we could definitely take it down 2 mil. So we could go 9.5 for 2 years for Matt Svensson. And then after that, we keep him as an RFA as well. So we still have his rights. We can just qualify him if he decides he doesn't want to sign. Like, this is a slam dunk, I think. I know Alex wants me to sign him to 8 years, but 8 years he's asking for 17 mil. I can't sign 8 years, 17 mil, but I can sign 2 years, 9.5 mil, keep him as an RFA, and then maybe put him up to like 11 mil for 8 years. That could be easy. Kyle Connor, what does Kyle Connor want? Like 8 mil? Yeah, 1 year, 8 mil. Okay, that's fine. Nikolai Ehlers probably might not get re-signed. He only wants 4 mil. Okay. What does Elliot Patrick want? I would be willing to give Elliot Patrick like in the 7 mil range. And yikes, okay, Elliot Patrick only wants a 2-year deal, huh? He only wants a 2-year deal. Okay, we might have to wait on Elliot Patrick as well. But I would be willing to sign Cole Perfetti, Matt Svensson right now. William Eklund is a very reasonable deal also, but, I made that promise to him. But he doesn't want to get an extension, but I don't think we have the money to get him anyways. What does Josh Morrissey want? Josh Morrissey wants $9 million. Come on, man, you're our captain. Take a discount, why don't you? Take a discount. You're a -9 and you have 18 points. Take a discount, brother. Come on, man. Shane Pinto, Wyatt Johnson, these guys just want like basically what they're making right now, which is totally fine. All these other guys down here I'm not worried about. We have more than enough money to sign all these guys at the end of the day, guys. We could even sign Eklund probably for 1 year at like 11 mil. Like, we have so much money. We could definitely sign pretty much all these guys. I'm not really worried about it that much. Seelovs, probably you're not going to get re-signed after the performance you've been putting up. 879 is not good enough to get re-signed in my opinion. But either way, let's take a look at the trade blocks. So, sorting by overall, we are here in Anaheim. They have Artem Zub, who, that could be a decent pickup for our depth defense. Not horrible. Arizona, nobody. Boston, some prospects. Buffalo, prospects. Calgary, Akuratu, -2, 20 points. Decent defensive awareness, but that shot blocking is horrible, so yeah, I wouldn't really want him. He's got weird stats. Nestorenko here in Carolina, playmaker. We don't really need a playmaker in our bottom 6. Chicago, no. Colorado, no. Columbus, they've still got Chikrin and Romanov on the block, so if you guys want to make a big deal, you can keep that in mind. Dallas still has this Guinon guy. He's a -17. No, thank you. Rasmus Kupari, he's a -16. Okay, so That's interesting. Edmonton, no. Florida, no. Los Angeles, Minnesota. They've got Matthew Boldy and Anthony Chiarelli on the blocks. Even Joel Eriksson Ek. Francisco Pinelli is here. Playmaker, though, -11. Yeah, no thanks. Montreal, no. Nashville, Daniel Sprong and Philip Keedle, nah. The Devils, the Islanders. Yeah, there's really not that many guys out here, huh? Isaac Lundstrom. Isaac Lundstrom could be interesting. Two-way forward. His defensive stats aren't great, but he's a decent skater. He's got decent offensive upside. I mean, if we were maybe, I don't know, like this could be okay, but I mean, he doesn't really take anybody's spot. You know what I mean? So it's like he could be a depth pickup, but it's not really the end of the world if we don't pick him up. And even if we do pick him up, he's not really going to give that big of a boost to us. So Philadelphia, they've got a lot of guys on the block over here. Maybe a guy like Jake DeBrusk could be okay, but again, where's he going to play? We have so many snipers on this team. We don't need another one. Nick Schmaltz, two-way guy. He could be our third-line center. I mean, I guess he would be an upgrade over Shane Pinto, but, like, where does Pinto then play? He plays fourth line. Who moves out? McConnell Barker or Baker, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. It's a very delicate balance. Kasperi Kapanen could be okay. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. JBD is here if we want to reunite JBD and Zach Werenski. That could be fun. Pittsburgh, San Jose, Seattle. They've got Sean Dursey on the block and Shea Theodore if we want to go for some depth, like age type guys. If things just aren't working in the playoffs, we can go to the old guys and see if they can get it done. I don't know. It's not really what I'm looking for. And look at his stats. His puck skills are horrible. His skating is still okay, weirdly enough, but his physical is rough. But everything else, like his defense is still okay, but shot blocking is... No. Yeah, shot blocking and stick checking, no. They were so low. I do not want to touch him with a 10-foot pole. I'd much rather get a guy like Jake Wallman, who is good defense, good skater, good physical, but then his puck skills and senses are a bit low. At least he's not going to be a liability defensively out there. Interesting. St. Louis, Tyson Forrester, Tampa Bay, Mikhail Sergachev is here. Nikita Kucherov is here in Tampa on the block. Is he getting it done still? Not really, huh? 37 points. It's still pretty good. It's not 37, it's 47. Oh my gosh. I can't read to save my life. Eric Chernak could be a guy as well. Good defensive defenseman, very physical, very decent defensive stats. Just that offensive that's struggling, but again, for a third pairing defenseman who can play with Josh Morrissey instead of a guy like Gustav Lindstrom, that could be a good pickup. Keller Yamamoto, Jeff Skinner, okay. I mean, we don't really need Jeff Skinner. Jake Bean, no, that's a crazy contract for Jake Bean. Eetu Luosterainen, who's tearing it up right now. Oh, he's also tearing it up in this universe. Holy cow, he's got, what does he have, 26 points in 41 games? He's playing second-line time, though, so it's not the greatest thing. +2, though. Okay, it's kind of fun to see. Michael Bunting, Trevor Moore's here. 8.170 mil for Trevor Moore. Didn't we pick up Trevor Moore at one point? Oh my gosh, he's not even playing in Tampa and he's getting paid $8 million. Wow, that's absurd. Oh my gosh, that's a rough contract for Tampa, I'll tell you that. Nicholas Robertson is out here in Toronto. Sniper, 4-star shooting. Yeah, he's a small guy, okay. Vancouver, Vegas with Samuel Girard. We don't want that. Brendan Carlo, again, another guy who could play with Josh Morrissey. He's a +14. Yeah, Brendan Carlo always simulates well. He always blocks shots and hits, right? I mean, this guy, yeah, Brendan Carlo is actually speaking to me low key. Yeah, he hits so much. He's very physical. He also blocks a ton of shots. Very, very physical guy. Could definitely play third pair with Josh Morrissey if we can finagle that somehow. That could be nice. Washington, Adam Boakfist, no thanks. Jackson Lacombe, meh. Okay, and then we get to the back up to the top. So, interesting stuff. Let me just take a look at the goalies around the league because we could definitely use a backup goalie. And Anaheim is... They have a very similar record to us, 24, 17, and 3. And their best goaltender is 76 overall. Make that make sense, EA. Make that make sense, huh? Okay, Arizona, they've got 2 goalies, so they probably don't want to trade any. Dostal and Soderblom here. So somebody's hoarding all the goalies. I'm gonna find out who it is, and I'm going to take one of them from you. Because somebody is hoarding all these goalies, man. I don't know who it is, but I will find you. Columbus, Swayman and Ratcliffe. No, not here in Dallas. Not here in Detroit. Okay, we're getting quite a few tandems, though. I like to see that. I don't like to see teams have like 4 80 overall goalies. Here's 3. Zarenko, Urson, and Kirsch. Take your pick if you want any of these guys. They'd probably only want to give these two up because they're older. Zarenko, what is he? 878 save percentage? No thanks. No thanks. Okay, I mean, I get that looking at stats is not everything in this universe, but I mean, what are you going to do, right? Okay, Mackenzie Blackwood's on the block here, but 5.8 mil, not a chance, brother. Yoel Blomqvist, we could bring him back to Winnipeg. He was in Winnipeg, right, for 18 games? Yeah, he played a little bit with us. 904 save percentage, 3.06 goals against average. And then, of course, when he leaves... Oh, no, that was the AHL, though. Okay. I was about to get real angry. He's not having a great season, but you never know. What about this guy? No, he's medium elite. They're not going to trade him. Montreal, no. Nashville, no. New Jersey, nah. The Islanders, no. The Rangers, no. Man, nobody has an excess of goalies? How is that even possible? How is it possible that there's like, okay, you guys have a couple of goalies, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen and Quap. We could take one of these two guys off your hands if they're having a good season. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen's having a decent season, and Quap's having a good season down there. So like, Luukkonen could come over. Has he played many games in the NHL? Yeah, he doesn't have great numbers though. The Rangers, rough. He had this good year with the Rangers here at 25 games, but it's been pretty rough for him in the sim. Yikes, yeah. Not great, but I mean, it's tough. It's always tough to say with the goalies when they come over. Has this guy played in the NHL? Yeah, he played this one season, and he had decent numbers actually. Nikita Quap. Okay, somebody to think about, but not really married to either of those guys either. Yeah, this is pretty rough. This is pretty barren actually. I'm not gonna lie. Medium elite. Hang on. Adam Rasmussen, medium elite. He's 24 though, and he hasn't grown that much. We could take it. This guy could grow to like an 84, 83 overall next year, and he has a low trade value. This guy could grow for sure. I could see him growing over the offseason. And they'd still have Georgiev. Does Georgiev has any X factors? No, but he's playing well. He's playing better than their starter right now. Maybe it could be a storyline. Toronto, they've got 3 goalies as well if we want to snag one of these guys up. Probably not this guy. Looks like he just signed a contract. But either Akira Schmid or Joel Hofer. Hofer is getting torn up in the AHL, so maybe not him. Akira Schmid has pretty rough numbers in the NHL. Yeah, tough to find good goaltending here this year. It seems like the offense is really reigning supreme. So rough stuff. Okay, so really the only team that was semi-interesting was Pittsburgh. They've got... Or Pittsburgh and maybe that medium elite goalie that we saw that was like 24. I don't even remember what team he was on now. But yeah, those are the trade blocks. We went through the league. We went through all that stuff. So give me a shout, boys. What do you guys think we should do? Give your thoughts and comments down in the comments section. That is exactly what this series is for, so that you guys can give your opinions. I can respond to them and make a team that we all can enjoy putting on the ice and watching. And that's exactly what we did in this video. So if you enjoyed it, feel free to give it a like, comment if you are new, and subscribe to the channel to, you know, get all up to date with the series and everything that we post. New videos come out Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays if you are interested in sticking around. And hope to see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day, everybody, and peace out.